It has been almost 6 months now since Jim Blocker stepped down as the chief of police in Battle Creek.
And this afternoon, a new officer took the reins. Our Lauren Edwards was at his introductory meeting.
Shannon Bagley is the new police chief in town here in Battle Creek and is excited as he says he is to get started in his new role. He says the key to success is building trust.
If you'd have told me 3 years ago that I'd be standing up here and we'd be having this conversation, I would have called you crazy, right? It's amazing on how God works.
For the last 6 months, Shannon Bagley was known as the interim police chief, but Monday afternoon, he announced his new title.
I am honored to be named your chief. And I commit to my officers, I commit to my boss, I commit to this community that we're going to work hard. We're going to continue to work hard.
Bagley joined BCPD in September 2021 after serving with Kalamazoo Public Safety for 25 years. Now, in his new role, he recognizes the need to continue building trust with the people of Battle Creek.
You can't ignore kind of the last several years of that strained relationship between law enforcement and communities, not just here, but all over the country, right? So it's incumbent upon us to recognize our need to be more inclusive.
He says former police chief Jim Blocker set a good example for that.
There was not an individual, whether it's a community stakeholder or just a homeowner, if we had a conversation or we were out and about or we were going to a meeting or a lunch that he either didn't have in his phone or didn't know by shaking their hand and calling them by their first name.
You know, it's always hard to step into somebody else's shoes, particularly Chief Blacker's shoes. So those are big shoes to fill, but Shannon, I think, has made it his own brand of shoe.
And even as interim chief, he wasted no time in solving problems like the staffing shortage. Since May, 16 new officers were hired, something the department applauded.
I didn't even have to ask. The feedback just started coming and asking me, why did it take you so long? Why don't you do this right now? But really, I wanted to be intentional.
And make sure Bagley was the right fit, says city manager Rebecca Fleury, which she believes he is.
Every community is going to face storms and challenges. That's going to happen, right? It's the world in which we live. But it's much easier to navigate those situations when you have a good relationship with the community, so we can get together and talk.
Again, Bagley says his goal is to build relationships with all communities here in Battle Creek, and he even got started on that goal when he met with community leaders and pastors on Sunday afternoon. And he also wants his team to feel comfortable that if they're driving around and they have time and they see kids playing basketball, that they feel comfortable enough to get out of their vehicle and shoot hoops with them. Reporting here in Battle Creek, Lauren Edwards, Fox 17 News.